real calm. Like
They're the ones putting children in harm's way.
Gentlemen and gentlemen, we have a responsibility for the way we treat people with the power that we have here in America. And we have a standard that we should treat human life with. And I'm asking you very clearly, concisely, should children be treated that way? Does Scott Jennings like that?
I don't accept the premise of your question.
All right, cool.
I don't believe. I don't believe.
Scott Jennings. Scott, can I call you Scott? You are a worthless human being. You are a waste of God-given air. You are a waste of space. Like the atoms and the electrons that's running through your, like, it's a waste. You are just skin walking around. You're worse than AI. I try to make sure I say this in the best way possible, okay? Once again, I'm on YouTube. I can't say every crazy thing that comes across my mind. So let me try to present this in a way, and then I'm going to show you a video of someone who is saying exactly what every real American is saying, okay? For the individuals that are trying to justify what ICE is doing in Chicago. Long story short, we're going to get into the video here soon. But long story short, ICE raided an apartment building in Chicago late at night. Arrested, put handcuffs, kicked everybody out outside on the curb for hours. Women, men, old, young, kids, everybody. They claimed, once again, I don't believe anything is this administration reports. They claim they arrested 13 foreign gang members. Once again, due process is a thing, so we can actually make sure the government is saying what they're saying is true, but that's not going to happen. So once again, they claim to have arrested 13 or 14 foreign gang members. That does not justify trampling over Americans' constitutional rights. If you don't know constitutional rights, if you don't know what that is, if you don't know what that means, I need you to get off this video, go Google something, watch a YouTube video, educate yourself, and then come back, okay? Once again, if we don't have these amendments, if we don't have this democracy to protect people's individual amendments, then we don't have a country. Then we don't have a democracy. That's the only thing separating us from a dictatorship, okay? Look this up. It's not difficult to understand. So if you're trying to defend this in any way, you are the problem. You are the problem. Congratulations. But you know that. But you still do it anyway. And once again, the civilians in Germany, the ones that allowed Hitler for years to do what he did and said nothing, you are those exact cowards. And whatever happens to this country, I am going to continue to remind you it is your fault. Now, to the Americans, quote unquote Americans, once again, we'd have had that conversation, that are participating in joining ICE and abusing, mistreating, harassing, terrorizing other American citizens just because you're hateful, just because you have this ego or whatever you want to call it. You are the problem. You are not an American, and you should be held responsible for treasoning. That simple. But hey, let's go ahead and watch this video. For those who are that been in this live stream, you already seen this, but I need people to see this again.
Burn around you, but you really are a last line of defense. And for you kidnappers known as ICE agents, understand this: you will never be fucking forgiven for your crimes, ever. The soldiers, I can understand. They took an oath. They're duty bound to be there. They can't just quit. You could fucking reclass tomorrow and go work for FEMA or do something else. If you choose to put a mask on, if you choose to send people to concentration camps, if you choose to do that shit, you will be a mortal fucking enemy forever. When that fucking demon is gone from the White House, you will be hunted, just like you hunted them. You will be hunted. You will never have a fucking moment of peace, period. Out of everybody I despise the most, ICE at the top of the list right now. You guys are fucking traitors, man. And the fact that you let Proud Boys and Oath Keepers and all these fucking insurrectionists on the team, that lets you know, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, once again, there's no if, ands, or buts about it. If you love this country, if you understand and acknowledge the importance of a democracy, you would not be standing in defense of what's going on. There is no defense. Nothing. Zero. Either you're a hateful person and you like to see what's happening, or you're an idiot and you probably lick windows for fun. So there's no helping you. But there is zero defense in what's going on. And unfortunately, we've been telling people this for decades. We've been telling people this for decades. But let's go ahead. Once again, this is a few examples of some of these constitutional rights that is continuously being ished on, trampled over, looked away from. And tell me, as an American citizen, is it okay? Number one, the free press. Media, we already know media personnel, media organizations are constantly being censored. Number two, right to protest. Demonstrations and protests are constantly being disrupted by this Gestapo or other police force for no reason. Can't deny it. It's already on video. You can't deny it. Number four, privacy. Mass surveillance without warrants. Already happening. Once again, this Trump and this administration is already putting that stuff in motion. Once again, if you don't know, go out there and educate yourself. Number five, our Fifth and Sixth Amendment, arrest without charge or due process. That's a constitutional right. But where is it at? Oh, it's not over there. Where's due process at? Okay. No one can find it. Tell me when you find it. Number six, once again, Fourth Amendment, homes raided without warrants. Once again, ICE is not even a federal agency. But yet they're dragging people out of their homes, dragging people out of the car with little to no reason, no warrants, no information, no of identification of who they are, running around in masks. Like, really? Oh yeah, but it's okay, right? Because you love America. Get out of here. But let's go ahead, turn to CNN.
Donald Trump.
Once again, good old CNN. The only thing they do good is provide the biggest idiots that will defend anything. Donald Trump can go to their family and kill everybody in their family, and they will still defend Trump. This is how low and embarrassing these people are. It's embarrassing to call these people Americans. I'm sorry. But let's continue.
Wanted American cities to be training grounds, and ICE listened. In Chicago, in the middle of the night, federal agents stormed an apartment building. Black Hawk helicopters, flashbangs, military-style trucks, all used in the raid. Now, witnesses say everyone was detained, no matter their status. Children were zip-tied together, separated from their parents. And the feds say that they arrested dozens of gang members. Also in the city, Charlie Kirk's group was given a front-row seat to a raid inside a Walmart.
amazing. Secretary Noem was here. They rolled up a couple of guys, and it's rowdy. There's a lot of people around. Everyone's filming. The Secretary of Homeland Security is right now doing raids at Walmart.
Look at this hateful pencil neck dweeb right here. This hateful individual right here, Giddy. He's so excited. He's so excited to see innocent people, documented or not, get harassed, get beaten, get treated less than. If you find any excitement in that, I guarantee you, you may not notice. You may not notice about yourself, but you're a hateful person. You are a stain on this world. Simple. But once again, you may not even know that about yourself. This guy, I'm pretty sure he does. You see, he's smiling too.
So as forewarned, I mean, we have a situation in which American cities are at the center of this ICE crackdown, and there's indiscriminate use of force against Americans, non-Americans, people here legally, people here illegally. And on the right, nobody seems to care. In fact, they love it.
I saw a video from a local station in Chicago, and residents of a community there were describing an ICE raid and like what they saw. Two things struck me. One, they were talking about things that happened to them. They were talking about how they were treated in this ICE raid. These are the people that, I guess, by virtue of being born here in America, are entitled to being treated like human beings. The second thing is that they were all black. And I'm gonna say something, we saw this coming. We knew the neighborhoods where these ICE raids would take place. We knew that a lot of these things wouldn't happen in Beverly Hills or in Coconut Grove or any of those places like that. We knew that there would be collateral damage, that there would be trauma that would be inflicted on our communities. We knew that people would be detained, scared. We knew that children would have to see things that they shouldn't have to see. And all of this for political theater so that we look tough on immigration for everyone. It's a horror show. And I do think if it hasn't already happened, that it'll be something that even the most conservative of Americans will get tired of seeing human beings treated this way. At least that's my hope.
And once again, I hate to keep bringing up history because I know some people are just on a level of ignorance that they will never educate themselves on history. But anytime something like this happens, when it's the war on drugs, war on crime, or war on, illegal immigrants, always, black and brown people always get the short end of that stick. Always get mistreated throughout the process. The casualties, always black and brown people. Oh, not the white folks that's living over there, not them. Because if it happened to them, like you said, if it happened in Beverly Hills, I guarantee you, they'd be writing letters, sending emails, and this wouldn't happen. But no, it's okay, right? It's okay to trample over Americans' constitutional rights as long as they're brown and black. Oh, it's the casualty. It needs to happen, right? Because we need to get the criminals, right? Which once again, I need to see the proof. I need to see the due process. I ain't believing nothing that this administration is telling me.
The one neighbor said the kids were crying. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner because they were bringing kids down too, had them zip tied to each other. Saying that there were trucks, military-style vans used to separate adults from kids. What's going on?
I haven't seen any of this, so I certainly.
Oh my God, I haven't seen none of this. Why? Then why are you at the table? Why are you in the conversation? Oh my God, I haven't seen none of this. I haven't seen this. I haven't read about it just yet. What are you talking about then? Get out the conversation. You already know she's going to say some BS when she started off Well, I haven't seen none of this, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents. Get out of here. Get out of here. Once again, we'll defend anything and not even see what's going on, but still defend everything that Republicans are doing. To me, you are trash. You're the trashiest person on earth.
I'm not aware of particular neighborhoods that are targeted. Obviously, I support them finding and arresting people who are here illegally. And in the community they're in, again, I can't justify, I haven't seen which communities that they're targeting.
Well, one detail that's been left out is that they were targeting Tren de Aragua. And so Tren de Aragua is a violent transnational gang. They send illegal immigrants here to the United States. They traffic drugs, they traffic people, they commit violence. They inflict misery everywhere they go. And 37 people were arrested. That was the purpose of the raid, the targeting of Tren de Aragua, some of the most violent people in our hemisphere. And when they come here, nothing good happens. That was
Okay,
the point.
so if it was targeting, I don't think anybody has a problem with targeting. Right. When you clear out an apartment building and you zip tie children and you arrest and detain everyone. Scott, hold on, Scott. You and me, we're talking here, okay? If they arrest children, they arrest everyone, citizens and non-citizens, for hours, detain them, deprive them of their liberty, for no matter how long. You are fine with that.
They didn't arrest children. But
I didn't say they arrested them. They put them in zip ties. But if that makes a difference to you, go ahead.
Here's what makes a difference to me. If the federal government knows that there is a nest of Tren de Aragua.
Oh, my God. I swear, that looks like a very expensive tie that he's wearing. It looks like it's real thick, made out of some good material. Just straighten it up for him. Just straighten it up. Just all the way up here. All the way up here, okay? That tie needs to be nice and tight around his neck. Once again, you don't care about nothing. She asked him, point blank period, hey, kids being zip tied. They weren't handcuffed. They were zip tied. Kids, I got kids. You might have kids. How would it feel? How would it look? You seeing your kids sitting on the ground, zip tied, like animals. Why? No, I'm sorry. No excuses over here. You make excuses for this, you are an evil person. Simple.
In a city like Chicago, they have a responsibility. They have an obligation to go get them. It is unfortunate, to answer your question, that there are children put in harm's way by these violent gangs. But that is going to be the reality.
Is it unfortunate or is it a violation of their rights, is the question? Because, I mean, in this country, we have rights against searches and illegal searches and seizure.
You're suggesting these children should be effectively human shields for Tren de Aragua, and I don't agree.
What I'm asking, hold on, I want to make it clear. I know that Tren de Aragua and gangs and whatever, it's a catch-all to treat people however you want, to go in there and shred the Constitution or whatever else it is that you want to do. What I'm asking you is this. Do you think that children should have been zip-tied and pulled out of an apartment complex and traumatized like that? Yes or no?
I don't think children should be put in harm's way by transnational gangs.
Just answer the question. Yes or no? Do you think that children...
I don't accept the premise of your question.
I'm asking
the government's not putting children in harm's way. Tren de Aragua...
Real calm now. Real calm. Like
they're the ones putting children in harm's way.
Gentlemen and gentlemen, we have a responsibility for the way we treat people with the power that we have here in America. And we have a standard that we should treat human life with. And I'm asking you very clearly, concisely, should children be treated that way? Does Scott Jennings like that?
I don't accept the premise of your question.
All right, cool.
I don't believe.
Scott Jennings. Scott, can I call you Scott? You are a worthless human being. You are a waste of God-given air. You are a waste of space. Like the atoms and the electrons that's running through your, like, it's a waste. You are just skin walking around. You're worse than AI. I promise you. I'd rather replace you with an AI robot. You are the epitome of a person that has no self-dignity. Nothing. All of this is out the window. This is why I hate politics with a passion, because we allow people like this to exist in this space, in this environment. No integrity, no principles, no nothing. They're just playing this like a sport, and it's actually having effects, real consequences to real people. This is like numbers on a board for him. He doesn't see on the other side of this pointless conversation he's having, he doesn't see the real effects that it's having on people. And once again, I'm not the one to wish bad on people, but this is the exact type of person that needs to go through something like this. See this firsthand. He needs to go through this. His wife, his kids, his loved ones all need to go through similar situations. Then maybe the money might be too good, but then maybe something will go off in his head, be like, oh, okay, this is not good. This is not good. But no, like I told you, he's sitting there real comfortable, with his expensive suit, expensive tie, and he's comfortable, so he doesn't care.
Like that.
I don't accept the premise of your question.
All right, cool.
I don't believe that the premise of your question is accurate. I would ask you back. Should children be allowed to live in an apartment building with Tren de Aragua? Should the entire community of Chicago have to live with Tren de Aragua because they hide behind these children?
But here's the thing.
That's my question.
I think the answer to that is clear. No, they should not be put in harm's way. But the difference is in this situation is I don't want to be Tren de Aragua. I don't want my law enforcement to act like Tren de Aragua. That is the distinction.
Do you want to leave it? Do you just want to leave it and say, well, they have kids in there, let's just move on?
No, but can't law enforcement figure out a way? I don't think this is the first time children have been in an environment where dangerous people have been around them. And I'm most certain that in most of those circumstances, those children aren't zip tied and carried out like animals. What I am wondering is, okay, let's put this.
And once again, this is a playbook out of Israel, a playbook out of Benjamin Netanyahu himself. Once again, what am I supposed to do? Hamas is there, so I had to drop a bomb on the entire apartment complex. It was Hamas. It's the same excuse. Oh my God, these gang members in this apartment, so we had to abuse everybody in there. Well, if you knew that it was gang members in there, maybe put a little bit more effort into strategically targeting these individuals. Maybe. I mean, how much did this government give ICE? Billions of dollars? To do what? To do what? All this money, this technology, all this surveillance that they're doing. You can't even be a smart racist. You can't even be a smart, hateful person. But no, trample over everybody's constitutional rights. Because there's bad guys in there. Got you. Hey, try that in a white neighborhood. Please try that in a white neighborhood and see ICE not get disbanded the next day. Guarantee it.
Fact pattern on any other placement. Let's put it on a school, right? What if there was a gang member in a school? And by this calculation, it would seem like the children in the school, in order to get that one gang member or two gang members,
handcuff the whole biology
It's not
class.
one gang member. It's 37
Well,
people in an apartment
let's say there's
building.
It's a large apartment building. That's part of the fact pattern here. I mean, here's another one from our reporting. Tenants said it appears everyone in the building was detained by federal officers, including U.S. citizens. It was scary, said one, because I had never had a gun in my face. That person lives in the building. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me, did I have any warrants? I told them, no, I didn't. Fisher, this person says, she was handcuffed anyway before being released around 3 a.m. and was told anyone with outstanding warrants, even if it was unrelated to immigration, would not be released. So
So what? Hey, for the people defending this, What about this situation here? No warrants, just chilling, and they still get treated like this. It doesn't make any sense. So once again, I'm going to say this over and over. If you are defending this, either you're a racist, hateful person, or you're an idiot. Or if you're lucky, you're all three in one, which is a rare breed. So choose one. If you're defending this, please choose one of them and then come talk to me.
Again,
Please,
like
seriously.
people live in apartment buildings all over this country.
I promise that.
Is that where
Hold on, wait a second.
Should I just go to an apartment building and hide?
Wait. I'm talking about the way that citizen of this country was treated. By the way, I just want to be clear. I think that everybody that's created in the image of God should be treated with respect. And I thought that part of the American ideal was that, but that's gone. I promise y'all will still be invited to Mar-a-Lago if you say that it is wrong that children were zip-tied and that American people, American citizens, were detained without any warrant or suspicion.
Briefly detained? In an effort to get 37 Trinidad members?
So tell me.
What you're suggesting is that no enforcement can take place.
Would you be okay being detained so that the gang members, would you be okay with your rights being violated and you be held until 3 a.m. with your family member not knowing why? Is that okay? Because that's not okay with me.
Everybody here seems to believe that if you're Trinidad Aragua, you can go hide in an apartment building, and because there are other people there, you just get to be left alone. That is not a reasonable.
Bro, shut up, bro. Once again, don't ever invite me to these conversations. I guarantee you, Scott would not be talking if I'm sitting at that table. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Hands down like 630. If you ever know something in your life, just know that would happen. Once again, I don't want no handcuffs. I don't want any police officer or any institution taking me out of my house for no reason. I ain't got no warrants. I'm an American citizen. Don't even knock on my door. That is my right. You better send me a text message. Don't even call me. Send me a text message and ask me these questions. But once again, it is okay because I'm black, right? So I'm pretty sure those who are defending this, it is okay because you're non-white. So when you're non-white, it is all right. That's the motto. Okay, got you. Okay.
There's another option here, and it's actually an option that's utilized by law enforcement every single day in this country. When they are looking for violent people, they go look for those violent people. They do not subject the people around those violent people who have nothing to do with them with arrest, with guns in their faces, with being searched, with being zip-tied and handcuffed and detained. Every day in America, law enforcement does their jobs, and they don't do it like this. So why is suddenly this okay?
Every day in America, you're not necessarily dealing with the most violent people in the hemisphere.
Yes,
we're not.
That's who is living in this
country. Scott, there are violent people who are right here in this country, American citizens. They are in gangs. They were born here. Their parents were born here. Their grandparents were born here.
Believe me, we know.
Those people are dealt with by law enforcement.
Hey, I would like to know what he meant by that. Yeah, I know. Once again, don't bring up no black on black violence until you deal with all this white on white violence. Don't ever mutter out of your mouth black on black crime, okay? Deal with your people first.
Every day. Again, it's a real basic question. If you lived in an apartment building and there happened to be somebody who was guilty of a terrible crime in that building, and law enforcement barged in, guns blazing, and put every single person in that apartment building under arrest, you would be fine with that, including you and your family.
Not everybody is under arrest. They arrested 37 people. They arrested 37. You said everybody. It's not. It's 37 people.
This person was sleeping in their bed, and they were detained. They were put in handcuffs and detained until
Neither you nor I was there. Neither you nor I were there. But I know this. Now,
there it is. I wasn't there. I can't really, give my input because I wasn't there.
You and your family,
violent
Scott,
people are now off the street.
Scott, you and your family, you are in an apartment building. You and your family, you would be fine with your liberty being held up, your kids, your wife, your children, being detained for any amount of time because somebody in that building was a criminal, you'd be fine with that?
You are vastly oversimplifying what's happening here. There are scores of illegal immigrants in the building.
I think sometimes we have to simplify things so that we actually understand what we're talking about. Because I do think that this is a problem now for the rest of the country. People are going about their lives and they are not responsible for the crimes of other people. And yet in this world in which ICE is operating like this, they are being detained for other people's crimes. Willingness to accept a whole lot of collateral violation of rights of anybody, whether you're American citizens or not, because there are many rights in this country that are in the Constitution that it doesn't matter.
Hey, facts right there. Nothing but facts. And once again, we already know, talking to Republicans, talking to these idiots that will defend anything because they have no morals, they have no standards, they have no integrity, they have no love in their hearts. Zero. There is no point in conversating directly to these people. We know that. Scott Jennings is a piece of trash. Replace trash with any other word that you know I'm thinking about, but I can't say because I'm on YouTube. But once again, it is not the point of debating with someone like that. Because like I said, once again, millions of people watch CNN, and we need people to understand there is still sane people out there. But on the other side, there is always hateful, ignorant people. And it is my job to make sure I amplify and simplify that message. Once again, it is not okay. It is not okay. Even if you think of a scenario in your head, just know it is not okay. No, don't do that. That's not a democracy. And once again, once you start trying to, give an inch, like, okay, this situation here, okay, got you. It needed to happen, okay. But then another situation, okay, that one needed to happen. No more. This was a special moment, okay. Keep giving an inch. All of a sudden, you're not going to have any more inches to give. Once again, recent history. This has happened time and time and time again. But hey, we're here now, so.
See how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy.